Time Warner Cable's local edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Dr. Orquidea Garcia. She recently received her doctorate in integrative biology of disease. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you for having me.
You must be very pleased. Before we talk about STEM and the importance of STEM, I want to talk about you. What are you doing now? And then we'll talk about how you were able to achieve these goals.
Okay, wonderful. I'm currently a PhD scientist at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. I work in the Saban Research Institute. And what I'm specifically studying are stem cells that exist within the lung. So what I study is how these stem cells develop, how they behave, and how they respond to injury and disease.
Embryonic or stem cells that are there as adults?
As adults, so organ-specific stem cells.
Wow.
So organs that reside within the organ and then have the capacity to regenerate lung tissue could be injured or diseased. And what we're hoping to do with this data is to develop treatments or therapies or even preventative measures for many childhood lung diseases.
Asthmas, fibrosis?
Fibrosis,
Okay.
child interstitial lung disease, bronchopulmonary dysplasia, any one of these diseases.
It's incredibly impressive, and it's especially impressive, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but it's true, because you are a young woman. I mean, but the reality is, you know, even in the 21st century, we don't see a lot of young women who are doctors of a science. And as a father of two daughters, I'm inspired to see you. How have you been able to navigate those realities?
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. One of the things I like to pride myself on is I am the product of a lot of federally funded programs that encourage women and minorities in the sciences. So, for example, my master's degree was fully funded by the National Institutes of Health. So I was provided tuition as well as a stipend to defer living expenses. And that allowed me to concentrate on my research and my graduate career. That also allowed me to apply for my PhD. I've also been part of programs that have sent me abroad to learn new research techniques or different disciplines or different ways of approaching research problems that I'm encountering currently. So,
So what can we do as parents and as a society to encourage young women, young girls, to pursue careers in STEM? Because there's no doubt that boys and girls, in my mind, everyone's an individual.
exactly.
And so what can we do?
I think one of the greatest things that we can do is provide real-world hands-on experience for these girls who are interested in STEM, so they can get early exposure to some of these careers and some of the possibilities available to them in these careers. One of the very important things that my parents did for me was involve me in summer camps early on at the local university that introduced me to different aspects of STEM fields. The other thing was exposure to women in STEM fields. So I feel that I have a personal responsibility to almost pay forward the mentorship that I received throughout my education to some of the young women or other minorities, or even, you know, some of the boys who are interested in STEM
Whatever
careers.
it takes. At what point did you realize science is for me?
I think I realized it early on. There was always a passion and excitement for science, but the point in my life that I really decided that I was going to pursue a STEM career was in my undergraduate education.
And it worked.
And it definitely did work.
And it's remarkable what you're doing. I thank you so much for what you're doing for everyone who is facing lung ailments or otherwise. Her name is Orquidea Garcia. She is a doctor and currently at the Saban Research Institute of Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's Time Warner Cable's local edition.